has been a challenging task to manage crowd in mass gatherings. For example, Kumbh Mela, other releases and non-religious events that happen not just in India but across the world. Precious lives are lost because of mismanagement or inability of the managers of such events to manage and handle the crowd. With the great vision of NWO, the Netherlands Organization for Scientific Research, and DITI, Ministry of Information, Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, we got this opportunity to put up this interesting proposal on understanding crowd dynamics in Kumbh Mela. We should be able to develop some great science, some really new understanding about crowd dynamics and crowd behavior in such kind of large events, and hopefully that will help us to come up and develop a crowd management solution specifically focusing on crowd safety, improving crowd safety and crowd risk in such kind of events. So we really brought together a team of experts who come from diverse disciplines and expertise, including transportation engineering, computational science, data sciences, high performance and supercomputing, computational social science, consumer behavior, marketing perspective, and so on and so forth.
The Ujjain Kumbh has its unique place on which the people work and take a dip, holy dip on particular days. So therefore the crowd management is something which is a challenge in this Ujjain Kumbh Mela. It will have a collaboration of Netherlands, Russia, Singapore with India, as well as with the private known IT sectors in the country. It will be a very, very good collaboration and excellent challenge as we are moving ahead. So we are eagerly looking forward for this Indo-Dutch collaborations.
Controlling and managing large crowds is crucially important to prevent disasters. But can you imagine controlling and managing a crowd of 100 million people? They will use drones, satellites imaging and tracking devices to study micro movements of the crowds during Kumbh Mela in Ujjain. Of course, the Netherlands wants to be part of the fourth industrial revolution, the digital revolution. And that's why we are ready to spend money, time and energy on relevant international projects.
One of the most special projects we have is the Kumbh Mela project. The Kumbh Mela is of course a very special, unique event in India, the largest gathering of mankind in the world. We have a collaboration between the National Science Foundation and the NWO of the Netherlands and the Department of Electronics and IT of India, DITI. They run a program together where we bring in science from both sides and industry to come up with new business solutions for India. What I expect from this collaboration is not only good science, but also new business models and of course stronger collaboration ties between the Netherlands and India for the benefit of both.
NWO is the Dutch Research Council, and she funds scientific research, and by doing this she strives for excellence in science and innovation. And science doesn't recognize borders, and that's so very interesting. So we want to combine excellence with excellence, of course, and that's why we want to cooperate internationally.
There are many very big global challenges out there, and for example water management or crisis management, and it's very important that on that global level we work together. And especially with India, it's very attractive to work together because they have many challenges that are actually quite similar to the Netherlands, but from a different perspective.
The Kumbh Mela experiment is a great and unique scientific endeavor for scientists for all different kinds of backgrounds. The data collected is a goldmine for the understanding of crowd behavior, and especially in relation to safety and security. A lot will be learned about cross-cultural, multidisciplinary, cross-sectoral teamwork, and these are very important lessons for international public-private partnerships.
The goal of the experiment is to learn more about crowd dynamics. Crowds of people have patterns, and if we can understand those patterns well enough, then we can act on them in the future and make events with large crowds of people safer. To learn about crowds, we need to measure the movements of the people in the crowds. And to do that, Solent Electronics has created more than 3,000 small electronic tags. These tags are tiny computers that communicate wirelessly with each other. By wearing a tag, the volunteers that participate help us to collect valuable data, and they help us to learn more about the dynamics of large crowds of people.
Being in Tech Mahindra, we work on various interesting innovations and new technologies, but having the tracking expertise and device knowledge, I'm responsible for one of this experiment where we are using GPS personal trackers. So the tracker is something like this, and we will be collecting location movement of group of people through such GPS personal trackers. These devices can also be used to manage the crowd as well. So there's an SOS button, and if they press it, we may rescue them in no time. These devices are very lightweight and easy to carry. You can just wear it in your neck and it's waterproof. So.
The Robert Bosch Center for Cyber-Physical Systems at the Indian Institute of Science is very excited to support this project on understanding the science behind the crowd behavior. We really look forward to seeing the research results from this particular activity. Thank you.
Western models of crowd simulation do not readily fit into the Indian crowd system, which is unstructured and very stochastic in nature. And to identify instability or telltale signs of stampede or disasters or other irregularities is another challenge. We look forward to the acquisition of data from crowd scenarios and then use that crowd dynamics data from the raw electronic data like images and GPS stamps, timestamps and all those things, and finally simulate them to identify scales, instabilities and transients.
Event like Singhast is a very big occasion for crowd management. Lots of people are coming for religious purpose, and government want their safety, security and comfort in place so they can perform their religious activities peacefully and go home safely. I am giving my hearty congratulations for success of the project.
As you are aware, Kumbh is one of the largest religious gatherings that takes place on Earth, and it is happening in 2016 in India. And of course, crowd management is extremely important. And the kind of research project that is being done by the IISc Bangalore on crowd management, I would like to compliment the team for the work.
Project focuses on the holistic approach towards crowd management solution. On one side, it is trying to develop the sophisticated methods using latest technologies that can aid event managers. At the same time, it is focusing on studying the crowd behavior. My work in this particular Kumbh experiment project is focusing on answering such research questions.
Tara Technologies is a boutique IT consultancy firm based out of Bangalore. Tara Technologies is focused on helping companies go digital. Tara is mostly focused on the analytics part of it.
Tara Technologies is developing a set of mobile applications for understanding crowd behavior. The data collection is happening across a set of apps being developed on a variety of devices on which pilgrims will denote and actually record values related to behavior, safety and other facilities related to the Kumbh Mela.